The coders who maintain Bitcoin's blockchain are clashing over whether to stamp out the meme tokens swarming the network. A torrent of speculative coins led to a record number of transactions and an 11-fold spike in processing fees on the blockchain in May, creating a log jam and forcing the Binance exchange to temporarily halt Bitcoin withdrawals. The tumult has since eased, but some crypto purists fret that future frenzied trading of Memecoins, like the frog-themed Pepe, will again snarl the network and disrupt Bitcoin's use for payments and as a store of value. They advocate deploying software to block the transactions, a kind of spam filter. GM vibes, and it's only 2 a.m. I do think the system is being abused, said Bitcoin developer Ali Sharif. Bitcoin was never intended to serve as a base layer for meme tokens. In an earlier email to the largest digital assets developer group, Sharif wrote that worthless tokens threaten the smooth and normal use of the Bitcoin network as a peer-to-peer digital currency. Others defend the software innovation called Ordinals that allows Bitcoin's blockchain to host large numbers of Memecoins and non-fungible tokens, digital collectibles for the first time, arguing millions of positions that can have wider. Developer Casey Rodarmore created Ordinals to enable users to inscribe digital content like videos, images, and text on Satashis, the smallest unit of Bitcoin. There are 100 million Satashis in one Bitcoin. Rodarmore's innovation took off this year, and was seized on by pseudonymous blockchain analyst Domo to develop the Bitcoin request for comment or BRC20 standard, which led to the explosion of meme coins. There are now about 25,000 meme tokens on the Bitcoin blockchain with a market value of roughly $475 million, according to website brc20.io. The figure had soared past $1 billion in early May. Jameson Locke, co-founder of crypto storage solutions provider Casa, said the Bitcoin network is meant to be an auction market for the block space, the place where data is stored, and Ordinals really stoked demand for it. As a result, viewing the Memecoins as a denial of service attack is like saying any form of auction is a denial of service, and whoever wins is denying all of the losers of the auction, Lop said. Making 9, the total market capitalization in BRC20 Bitcoin tokens surpassed 1 billion at one point last month. Meme tokens and NFTs accounted for 65% of the transactions on the Bitcoin blockchain. The proportion has dropped back, but remains elevated. The average fee per transaction began April at $2.80, hit $30 in early May, and cooled to $4 by the end of the month, Coinmetrics data show. The jump in fees has been a boom for miners, the operators of the computer rigs underpinning Bitcoin, who have raked in $45 million from Ordinals re-rated activity, according to figures from Dune Analytics. Bitcoin itself fell almost 8% in May amid the turbulence on its blockchain. The token, which has rebounded more than 60% in 2023, slipped about 1.7 to $26,800 at 6:06 a.m. in London on Monday. For veteran Bitcoin developer Luke Dashiar, Ordinals transactions are like spam and should be kept off Bitcoin's blockchain. Is he created a program or disrespecter to enable computer nodes on with the network to do that? Action should have been taken months ago. Dashiar wrote in the developer group, spam filtration has been a standard part of Bitcoin core since day one. But given that no single person or entity controls the Bitcoin network, nobody knows if sustained action against meme coins and NFTs will emerge over time. Another possibility is that some people could decide to create a version of Bitcoin called a hard fork that won't support Ordinals. So I don't see a critical mass of people coming together on a single alternative to Bitcoin, which is incompatible with BRC20 tokens, said Andrew Polstra, Director of Research at the Music Class Train. Amid the controversy, the key takeaways from The ordinals phenomenon include the ability to use the Bitcoin network in novel ways and the need to scale up its transaction, the capacity to avoid future traffic jams. The true value of ordinals is the capacity to store arbitrary data on the Bitcoin network, according to Sami Kassab, a research analyst at Masari. Whether it's artists, activists, or even governments that end up leveraging this storage space, it's clear that the demand and cost for it will likely rise in the future. Feud and Kassab said, so